Hey Endless Pool Swimmers, this is Paul with Water by Design, bringing you the first of our Endless Pool series how-to and instructional videos. In this video we're going to be going over the keypad in a endless pool. This is a 2020 R200, but endless pools, whether you have an R series, an X series, or an E series, use the exact same keypad. So because this is the base model, some of these buttons are not actually hooked up. However, I will be explaining to you what these buttons would do if you had one of the X series or the E series, or how they would differ. So without further ado, we're going to go ahead and get started on the left-hand side right here. I'm going to skip this wrench for right now. We'll save this one for last because this is when we get into a lot of the functions and kind of the behind-the-scenes maintenance that you can do with your pool. So top left on the interior one is going to control your jets for the hot tub side or the jetted side of your pool. So it's going to be dual stage. So the first time you hit the button, it's going to turn the jets on low speed. Second time you hit it, it's going to turn the jets on high speed. And then when you hit it a third time, it's going to turn it off. The button right below it, now it has waves in front of it. This button will exist on both the R and the X series endless pools. It will not be here, and it will not work on the E series endless pools. The E series endless pools, that's when you're getting into the hydraulic HPU system, and that actually works off of separate remotes. We'll shoot a separate video explaining the remote controls. But for right now, for the R series and the X, this is what's going to control the swim current. So much like the jetted side of the pool, you are going to have dual stage. So the first time you hit it, it's going to be low speed. Second time you hit it, it's going to be high speed. In the X series, you would then have additional diverter valves that you could actually customize even further your swim current that you wanted. Outside left is going to be your music system. Now, this is the base R200, so this pool does not come standard with music, so this music button will not work. However, if this or if your endless pool has music, when you push this button, you would enter into the music screen. At that time, you could turn your in-stream 2 system on, which is the Bluetooth device controlling the music system. You can change songs, increase, decrease volume, start, stop, all that stuff. But then you can also pair. Now, pairing your endless pool to your in-stream system and your smartphone, you are going to require a passcode. It's a 4-digit passcode currently, and it's also currently 5555, so 4 5s. However, please just refer to your owner's manual. If you have a music system on your endless pool, the password is going to be on your owner's manual. It may change in future revisions of this model, so just because I know it's 4 5s now, it may be different down the road. So just good practice just to refer to your owner's manual. This button right here is a dummy unused button, so this button will not control anything currently with the pool on its base screen. Interior right is going to be your power button to turn on your jets and off with one touch of a button. Then we move into the lighting portion of your top side keypad. You're going to have 2 starbursts. The top starburst right here has the letter E on the inside of it. Stands for exterior. That will control your exterior lighting if your EP unit has it. This one does not, so that button does not control anything. However, you can add exterior lighting to the R series and the X series. The E series comes standard with exterior lighting, so you can use that. And then the starburst without the letter E is going to be your interior lights. So you can actually just push and change the interior color of the lights on the LEDs. Far right hand side, you have up and down arrows. On the main screen, it's going to be how you change your temperature of your pool water. Now, just note it goes as high as 99 degrees. It will go as low as 59 degrees. but know that there's no chiller installed. There is a heater installed on your pool, but there's no chiller. If you want to install a cool zone system, it will chill the water down to whatever temperature. So if you want it to be at 60 degrees, it will chill the water to 60 degrees, even during the summer months. You can do that. It is additional. You will have to get an HVAC contractor involved, as well as your endless pool dealer involved, but it's something that can be added at any time down the road. That's pretty much going to conclude the basic functions of the topside keypad. We're going to go into the upper left hand button, which is the wrench. This is going to be your functions or your settings menu. When we hit the wrench, a couple things happen. Both what was your jets and your water flow lights will actually light up just to the right hand side. This will become the off or the back button. This will become the on or the go forward button. And the arrows up and the arrows down for your temperature now become the buttons that you will push in order to go up and down or scroll up and down on the screen. So we'll start with about, just because that's at the bottom. If you entered into this, it's going to tell you a little bit as far as revision numbers, serial numbers of your pack, keypads, all that other stuff. So if you ever have any issues, this is going to be more for service technicians down the road, just to make sure that if you ever need replacements or anything, that we get the proper service parts for you. So we'll back up out of this. We're going to go into electrical configurations. However, I'm not going to confirm anything, because in order to open this up, you'll actually need to change your electrical configuration. I believe standard is 26. Don't quote me on that, but just know from the factory, this is all going to be something that your service provider will offer. So just know you're not really wanting to get into this, because when you start messing with this, you can bump your pool into a three-phase system and really cause some issues. So just, for most part, don't really enter into the electrical configurations and starting messing with that. We can get into miscellaneous, warm weather, and then you have info messages that you can actually do. So warm weather is going to be the summer mode, so it'll actually turn the heating system off on the pool for several hours during the day, so that way the pool's not going to be heating itself during the warm weather months. And then we go into info, you can either hide or you can display the info messages, which are going to be your maintenance messages on the keypad. So it's your preference whether you want them to be hidden or you want them to be displayed. Keypad settings, next up. You can actually go in and change from Fahrenheit to Celsius. You can go off of English if you want to. You can change the display, the color of the display. You can. This will actually be your spa lock, which would be equivalent to spa lock in our hot tubs, but this will actually be your security lock, so you can actually lock out your keypad if you're traveling, or if you have someone that you're not wanting to mess with the pool while you're not there. This will do that. So we can back up and get out of the keypad settings. Date and time, I haven't even set this. We just turned, so right now it thinks it's 2014, April 3rd at almost 7:50 at night. So this is how you can get in here and actually change your date and time settings. I would recommend doing this at your house. A lot of your maintenance schedule that we will talk about in a little bit will go directly off of this. So I would recommend setting your date and time. So that way, when we go up here into your maintenance schedule and maintenance reminders, it will remember all this. So one really nice thing is how intuitive your keypad is with your filtration system, your water changes. It actually comes up and will come up with reminders. So, every 30 days, it's wanting you to rinse your filters. It's wanting you to change your filters. It's wanting you to do water changes. We can keep scrolling down. Schedule dealer checkup. So this is going to be, if we want to come out and do like a once-over maintenance, just a preventative maintenance checkup, it'll remind you when you need to call us or your local dealer to actually do it. So right now I'm going to just start it fresh and reset it. So so every 30 days, rinse your filters, 60 days, change your filters. Every year you're going to do half of a water change. That's something that a lot of people that are shopping for endless pools, they just figure they're like hot tubs and you're going to be draining like you would a hot tub, all of the water. It's not necessary with endless pools. That's all you're going to be having to do is just drain half of the water in the pool. And then you can come off of standby because they have a different setting. So I'm not going to click this because it's going to take you off of standby mode, but this is how you can get into the different modes, whether it be standby, economy, sleep, something like that. So I'm going to be canceling this to get out of standby mode. Go back here. So we just want it to be in standard. Water care maintenance schedule. So you have away from home, standard, energy saver, super energy saver, weekender, and then the default settings. This is all going to do with the water filtration, water care, how much the water is going to filter. You do have, on this one, you'll have an ozone generator. When you get into the X series and the E series, you'll have dual states. You'll have an ozone generator as well as a UV sterilizer. All of these buttons will affect how much or how little your water is being cleaned. I always just keep mine on standard. I really just don't want to mess with it. You can actually add and manipulate different filtration cycles if you want to, as far as how much you want them to work. So basically under standard, it's going to be filtering your pool 5 hours a day, which is pretty sufficient to what you need. If you need to be changing other stuff like energy saver, what we do is we can go in and you can see that Monday through Friday, it's going to be sleeping basically between 6 a.m. and 6 p.m. You can change all of this stuff and it's going to be filtering the duration of the tub 10 hours a day. So it's going to double up on how much your pool will actually filter on this system. So we'll come up here and just go into standard. Click on that and you are perfectly fine. Come in here, hit the back button, back on the main screen. And right now the pool is cooling to 67 degrees, but just know it's not really cooling. It's just not going to be heating the pool up unless we had a cool zone system to it, and then your water care is going to be standard. Hopefully this helped. This is going to be a general overview of all the buttons on your pool. If you had an E-Series pool, you will have an additional keypad. It's going to be much smaller than this, but you will be able to control the lights and the hot tub or the jetted section of your pool on the auxiliary keypad. So again, hopefully this helped. You guys learned something. Happy swimming, and you guys